Hi, I don't usually, when everyone is doing something on YouTube, I don't usually go along with them because I want to have my own genuine inspiration and I don't want to just go, I don't want to do whatever is the trendy thing because that's just never been me. But I really want to do a video about this just to say my own feelings about the topic. And this is talking about these kids that killed themselves and the whole "let's get better" thing. And I just wanted to tell you guys just randomly, and I could do a whole video about this, but I won't. Last week, I caught whatever Harry got. That doesn't sound right, but it was. He said, because he knows because he had it before. He calls it a stomach infection, but it felt like the flu because I was hot and achy along with it, but my stomach really hurt, and I have like two of my vertebrae like right here, like up in my back, like right. You can't really see it, but it's like right there, like my spine, like two vertebrae are a little bit out of place. This happened a few years ago. I was sleeping on like a really cheap mattress, and so when something hurts, something else hurts on my body. Again, that sounds so inappropriate, but when something else hurts on my body, in my body, whatever, my back hurts as well. So it's like an ironic curse of mine. So my stomach was killing me, my back was killing me, and I couldn't really take any painkillers to get rid of it. So I just kind of had to suffer through it, and that really sucked. But that was only like a day, because what happened was, um, you know when you're sick and you feel great until a certain time in the night, and then it slowly starts to decline. That's what happened. And Harry and I had spaghetti because we hadn't have had it. We hadn't have it. See that I can't talk ever. Um, I we haven't had it in a while, so we had it, and I ate like a big plate full with garlic bread and everything, and then I kind of hurt, but then I went to bed, and then like a day or two afterwards, I ate spaghetti again, and I kind of felt achy, but I think it was, I felt like it was the pain. See, this is 3 minutes long, but I guess this should be like for my subscribers only, really, because I'm talking about my own personal stuff. I'm also talking about, I'm gonna talk about something else later. Uh, but anyway, a couple days later, I was like, oh well, I felt like I was in pain because it's like when you get I felt like I got my ass kicked. Like I felt like I had bruising, and I felt like I was in pain. I was recovering from the pain I was in like the day or two before, or it was the day before. So I didn't think, well, I should eat bland food for a while. So I ate this spaghetti again, and that killed me because the acid in the tomatoes really made my stomach sensitive, and I guess I could have puked it up, but that was a lot of spaghetti. I didn't want to just stick my my finger in my throat and do that, but it was just like for at least 8 hours. It was horrible, and like my back killed me, and my stomach, and it wasn't my stomach. It wasn't like obviously my stomach. It was more in my chest. It was like right here in my chest. And so the rest of the time I was sick, and I really, like this last 3 days, I really slept a lot because it was Harry's days off. I slept and slept and slept, and then now it's like I can't. Like the only way I felt it was earlier. I took some ibuprofen. I don't know if anybody knows this. I don't act like this is common sense because I only found this out last year. Ibuprofen like destroys the lining of your stomach slowly. So if you are having problems with your stomach, don't take ibuprofen at that time. Take something else like, I don't know, Tylenol would maybe be better. But yeah, I'm naive when it comes to that stuff, I guess you could say. So it was like last year, my stomach hurt, and then I was like, okay, I've ibuprofen, I'm gonna take it, and that made it worse. And it was just like I had a stomach ulcer last year in July, and again, I could make a whole video talking about that. I had to go to the ER, and it was like they told me your stomach does not have a lining right now. You basically destroyed it with painkillers and with this ulcer and everything. And I was like, really? Because I thought all painkillers were good. Like, this is how stupid I am sometimes. But anyway, all these videos talking about these kids, I attempted suicide when I was a teenager, when I was about 16. And it wasn't because I was gay. I feel that's kind of, not to sound tacky or anything, but I feel it's kind of cliche when people are like, oh yeah, well so and so killed themselves because they're gay. My heart goes out to these families. I'm just saying, it's like, oh yeah, well you're gay. Was it because you were gay? No, don't jump to conclusions. I have mood swings sometimes, and it was because of a mood swing. It was, I couldn't find something. I was trying to get on the right bus to go to a certain place, and I couldn't do it, and so I was hard on myself because I felt like I was an idiot, and so I felt like what's the benefit of me being on this planet if I'm not going to benefit anyone because I'm so stupid? Like, that's what I said in my head, and so tried to take I tried to take caffeine pills in order to kill myself. Um, the thought was there, um, but anyway, it's really not that, now at this moment wasn't really that big a deal. What I wanted to talk about, again, is like 7 minutes long. I really, anyway, this channel is for people that do not mind it when I talk for 15 minutes, honestly. I know a lot of YouTubers, they do a 5-minute video, uh, and I don't want to call myself a YouTuber again, because I don't like the thought of going along with everyone else. I, I feel like we should celebrate our own uniqueness and not just go along with everybody else. So anyway, uh, every everybody, I like when this is has a lot of media attention, because it doesn't, the people that we need to get, the, the the people that need to hear this message is the kids in middle school that are starting puberty, the kids that are older. Like Michael Buckley, he goes, I knew I was gay when I was 6. I didn't, because I felt like I was always going to get a husband, I was always going to have kids, and I was always going to go along with everyone else. And then I was 15, and I thought, hey, wait a minute, I like girls, don't I? And there was I could do a video about that. I think I have, where I was like, oh my god, do I like girls? And it was like a year of sorting out my feelings and saying, okay, I definitely like girls. I don't like guys anymore, because I want to be vague about this, but I had a relationship for 5 years with a boy earlier, and I don't want to talk about it because I don't want the information to go back to him. I won't. It's not like I get in trouble. It's just out of respect of his privacy. But it's just, I had a relationship already with the boy. I thought I was in love with him. I thought I was going to marry him, and then I and then it was off and on. It was like every time he wanted attention, he would come to me and say, I want attention. And then I thought that was a good thing, because I thought we had a relationship if he wanted attention, and sexual attention, if you know what I mean. And so yeah, it was, I think that if that didn't happen, then I've been less confused, because I thought, because I was in a relationship and I thought I was in love with him, I thought that I was at least bi. And then I was like, no, I'm definitely gay. And then it was just, I didn't know any gay people. But now it's so beneficial, because most kids have a laptop that their parents gave them with internet nowadays, and you can find Michael Buckley, you can find Zipster, Terry, whom I love so much, and it's just, I was thinking earlier, and I think this sometimes, people that are homophobic, they're not going to sit there and watch Michael Buckley, or they're not going to sit and watch somebody that's gay. And that is so much of a loss to them. That's a huge chunk. And I know I'm a lesbian, so I guess I watch more than usual people that are gay because I relate to them. But it's just there's so many gay people that they're missing out on. So it's really their loss. You know how when you're a kid and you go crying to your mom and you go, "Oh, someone doesn't want to be my friend," and then your mom says, "Well, it's their loss," you know. That's so true. It's just there's Rosie Ross and Michael Buckley, Zipster, Dan Savage, which is a sex journalist, and I loved him. Even though I don't know, I don't agree with a couple of the things that he says, but overall, I really like him. Um, who else is gay that I love? I can't think of anybody else. Margaret Cho, which she's bi, but you know what I mean. But there's so many people that are like men that are femi, that the the guys are really there's some guys that really are offended by that, and it's because men are brought up to be manly and to just suck it up and just be a man and stuff. So when they see someone that's femi, that's offensive to them. Not in not I'm trying not to generalize, but there's some men that it's so offensive when guys are femi or flamboyant, I guess you could say. Uh, and that's so. I wish that our society didn't do that, obviously, because everybody deserves to be loved. If you're a good, genuine person, you deserve to be loved. And I think that's the overall thing about this It Gets Better campaign, because it's, if you're a good person, you can, like my friend, I guess you could call him Jordan, which I'll put a link to his channel. I love him so much. He's 19 years old. He's gay. He moved to Chicago, I believe, or someplace like that. He lived in Fargo, which is like a small town, and then he moved to a big city. And I keep on telling him, you should have been born in a big city, boy, because and he's so gay, and that's why I loved him. It's just he has this sense of humor. I relate to him. Seriously, he makes me happy. Um, I feel he's just a great example of what needs to be in this world. And so what? He might not have a kid. So what? There's so many kids in this world that need to be taken care of. That's not our main goal in life, is to have kids. It's to be like the Shaytards and have 4 kids, no offense to them. But not everybody should have 10 kids and be Mormons. It's not the the reason why we're on this world. The reason why we're on this world is to contribute. I probably won't raise a kid, so what? I'm still going to contribute to this world. That's not the only way to contribute. There's enough people breeding that aren't gonna breed, and that's the derogatory term gays uses. Oh, they're just breeders, over the heterosexuals. That's kind of our balancing out the universe type thing. You call us fags and we call you breeders, and then it's all good. I hate the word fags. I don't. I was only using an example that really if you want to get a rile out of me, use the word fags. I'm just saying. And if you use it, I'm gonna delete your comment. If you use it just to be a troll, I'm gonna, delete your comment. But the point is, I love that there's so many gay people in the media now, because it's like, why is the bad thing? What's the bad thing about being gay? I can be like Michael Buckley. He's awesome. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. That gay people, these gay kids now, these little ones, they can have role models that I didn't have. And I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and that wasn't that far. That wasn't that far ago. You know what I mean? And so now it's like, oh my god, I can be like him. Anyway.